Hi, I'm Seth McClintock, and today we're going to be fishing Double Run Creek in Eaglesmere, Pennsylvania. And today I'm going to be explaining the basics of fly fishing, how to handle a trout, and how to read a creek. So today we're going to be targeting native brook trouts. Brook trouts are the only native species to Pennsylvania. When looking for brook trouts, they are usually everywhere in mountain streams and main streams. But when looking for trout, you want to look for rapid moving water following into deeper, slow moving water. The trout will usually be sitting underneath rocks waiting to feed. In fly fishing, there are three main types of flies. There is streamer fishing. Streamer fishing is to imitate minnows and small bait fish that the trout may be preying on. The other fly is called a dry fly. A dry fly sits on the top of the surface waiting for a trout to come up and hit it on the surface of the water. Nymphing is another common strategy used for fly fishing, used for little insects and flies that are below the water surface floating down. So this is a fly rod. A fly rod could usually range between 7 to 9 feet. Now the main parts about a fly rod is your main reel. That's a little bit different from your spinning reel or closed face reel. Now the main parts on a fly rod are your fly line, which is usually colored, your leader, which is your longer, heavier, fluorescent line, and then you have your tippet. Your tippet is usually super thin and clear.
So there's many ways to cast the fly rod, but here's the basic way to cast the fly rod. So, take your fly line that is coming out of your reel, point it at 10, bring it back to 2, and strip as needed, such as
So a proper way to handle a trout, especially in the warmer temps, is first you want to take the hand you are handling the fish with, dip it in the water, and keep the fish in the net as long as possible. And if you're getting pictures with it, keep it in until you are ready for pictures, like this. Alright, so this is a native brook trout. The way to identify a brook trout, they are usually smaller than a German brown and smaller than a rainbow. And they have these distinctive colors of spots called halos. And they're usually found in mountain streams. Alright, so I'm here with Lane Gingery. Lane was my cameraman throughout the entire video. Lane, how was your experience for the first time?
It was great. Real tiring. You know, a big guy like me can't really climb and walk so much, but I managed to do it. I don't know how, and I'm going to need a break from climbing for a while because I am gassed.
You know, I think we had a great time. We got to take the day off of school. Thank you, Dr. Stout and Mrs. McNear, for the opportunity to give us to go out and fish and explain to the people how fishing was. Thank you guys for everything.